Voodoo-Bämbel, was ist denn das?
Ouch! My head. I feel like I just went through a wild roller coaster. And, wait, where am I? Strange. I was just in the cafe. Is my mind on a break? Am I dreaming? Where the hell am I? This cube. I could have sworn I was holding it in my hands just now. Is it to blame for all this? Nonsense, Theo. Oh, damn it! Stop talking to yourself. Ouch! Damn, this thing is on fire. I'm not touching it again as hot as it is. A very normal tree in an ordinary forest, hopefully. Little mushrooms grow on the tree. Cute. A flower. It looks very exotic and pretty. I've never seen a flower like this before. If this were a documentary or a sci-fi film, I would find it really exciting and great. But since it's not, it's red with white dots, and I better stay away from it. Okay, very carefully. It seems to go down very deep here. Okay, Vio, take a deep breath. I think something bad has happened. Either I'm lying somewhere having the high of my life, or I'm half dead in a coma. Or I've gone mad. Yes, that may be it. Crazy. I mean, there's a flying city and islands just like that. And I'm standing here talking to myself. What's wrong with me? Where am I? I could dare and just jump down, Somewhere I somehow heard that you can end dreams that way, but somehow there's a voice inside me that tells me, don't do it. The trees look very old. The forest is very dense. It's best not to go deeper into it. A stick? It doesn't look very sturdy. I often collected sticks as a child. My mother was rarely thrilled about that. Well, nobody takes this one away from me now. Ooh, I can't see anything. It's far too dark in there. A bridge leads from here to the floating islands. It doesn't look very trustworthy. But what suspension bridge does? Wherever I really am right now. I can't change that now either. As long as my true self doesn't wake up, I guess I have no choice but to fritter away my time. Although, maybe this is the real me after all. Never mind. Let's get going then. Floating city, here I come. There's someone sitting there fishing. Wait. There's someone sitting and fishing directly on a ground, somewhere in the clouds, with no water underneath. Okay, Vio. Deep breaths. Deep breaths. A bucket of water. A bucket of water. He sits there calmly, as if something perfectly normal, sitting on a precipice somewhere high up in the air, fishing, as if he's been coming here for many years, day after day, with nothing else to do but that. Hello?
Shh!
Huh?
If you shout like that, you'll scare them away.
Them? What do you mean?
You're not from around here, are you? I fish birds. What else?
Birds?
Well, of course, birds. Feathered creatures. Don't tell me you don't know what they are. You've fallen on your head a bit too often, haven't you? Or did your mother just let you out too seldom to play?
And are they biting today?
Does it look like it? Do you see a nice fat bird anywhere around here?
No?
Do you think I'd be sitting here, wasting my time if that was the case? Well, at my age, you don't have so much time to waste, you know. Oh no, of course you don't. You youngsters may think that, but you haven't yet learned your lesson. I was parsnip back then, or organic carrot, depends on the age group. No, they don't bite. Otherwise, I'd be with my Betty by now.
I am not from here.
My condolences.
Thanks.
Which is not to invite you to stay.
What I really wanted to ask, where am I?
Here? Are you serious? In Utopia, of course.
Utopia?
Of course not. You really believe everything, don't you? Listen, you have to question things a bit more. Otherwise, you and life won't work out.
So, this isn't Utopia?
Of course not. Don't let them tie you up with a turkey like that. This is Underham. Be glad you didn't end up in Overham back in the day, when it was still there. Always thought they were better than us. They're snobs.
Something tells me that I shouldn't ask why now.
What did you say?
Me? No, nothing.
Good, because otherwise you'll scare the birds away.
I'll go on then.
Do that, but please do it quietly.
The bridge has no parapet. It is very narrow, and overall not very confidence-inspiring. Just right for a place somewhere far up in the clouds. The house looks a bit run down. Plaster is peeling off, and it's a bit crooked. Although, that's all here somehow. The door is open, and the way there is even worse than the bridge here. The house looks at the door.
Come on in. Door's open.
Hello?
Oh.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Oh no, it's all right. Come on in. I'm just doing my nails, and there's not usually much happening here.
A magazine about plants. May I have a closer look?
But of course, please don't take it with you. I'm not through with it yet.
All right, thank you. Gardening, Digging and Potting, the trade magazine for the dedicated plant whisperer. Oh, here's a special page. It looks like it's been opened a few times already. Cacti. The prickly co-inhabitants are back in fashion. How to combine them, what language do they speak, and which species suits me best? Find out here. Hey, there's a bag stuck to the side. I think they're flower seeds. Colourful pots with lots of patterns on them. It looks quite pretty. But if I imagined all these pots in this house looking like that, I'd probably go crazy. Cacti are back and are making our homes prickly and uncomplicated. They don't lose leaves, they are undemanding, and they are guaranteed to fit into any interior. If you had enough of the urban jungle trend, you're right on target with the urban desert. Whew, I don't really know if I really like reading that whole text. Here's something. The new trend comes with a wild mix of patterns. The colours green and red are absolute must-haves and are guaranteed to go with any plant. There are no taboos here, but you should be careful with the combination of yellow and blue. An old adage warns us that blue and green should never be seen unless there's something in between. But plant connoisseurs know that especially deadly rare carnivorous plants are associated with these colours, company to which our favourite cacti certainly don't want to belong. Ooh, sounds complicated. A big picture with 3 different cacti on it. They have colourful pots. Trendy pots, of course. Gardening, Digging and Potting, the trade magazine for the dedicated plant whisperer. Cacti. The prickly co-inhabitants are back in fashion. How to combine them, what language do they speak, and which species suits me best? Find out here. What do you do?
I'm painting my nails. They're drying right now.
Yes, but otherwise?
Otherwise,
What did you do before that?
I painted them blue with little glitter stones on them. The latest thing.
I mean,
And in the next hour, I'll make them pink.
pink?
Should I do coral instead?
You paint your nails every hour?
Yes, I always come up with something new.
That sounds great. Yes, but don't you get bored with it at some point?
I watch the cacti grow in between. That's my second passion.
For that, you definitely need a lot of patience.
Oh yeah.
And apart from cacti and nails,
I wait.
on drying the nails.
Yes, and for Herman.
Ah, I've heard of that before. It's also called lucky cake. It is a sourdough made from wheat flour that contains lactic acid bacteria, yeast, and a little milk, vegetable oil, or water. You have to feed it a bit, like a pet.
Herman is my husband.
Oh. And when is Herman coming home?
If I only knew. I've been waiting for him for ages. He sits outside and fishes.
You mean the old, fisherman outside is your husband?
Yes, you must have seen him outside. He made up his mind not to come home until he's succeeded.
You are very different.
You think so? I think we are quite similar.
Already a little.
Even though, I have to admit, he is the more patient of the two of us. It's so fascinating how he manages to sit still for so long and watch his fishing hook. I wish I had those abilities too.
Come to think of it, maybe I'm not so unlike you after all. Do you miss him?
Yes, but most of all I miss his old stories. From back when the world was a different place and he could have all these wondrous adventures. You know, when you could catch fish instead of birds.
And you yourself don't want to have adventures?
Me? It's so boring here. The time for adventures is long gone. And besides, soul snake attacks, pirate scuffles, octopus dressage. It all sounds so wonderful, but you have to be very brave and experienced for that.
And Herman experienced it all like that?
Yes, he's so incredibly brave and experienced. A real dream of a man.
And you are really sure that this is what he experienced?
Of course. He told me so many things about it. Herman would never lie to me.
Maybe he's just trying to impress you.
Then everything I know about him would be a big lie. No, I can't imagine that. All the adventures, the experiences. How you wanted to save poor drunkards from singing manatees and yet lost good friends.
Sounds dramatic.
Or cross the sea with nothing but a swimming ring and a bottle of grog. Always on the lookout for dangerous ghost pirates.
Adventurous.
He has experienced so many unbelievable things. So unbelievably much. My poor brave Herman. I love him so much and all his experiences. When I listen to him, I feel like I've been there myself.
That I can well imagine.
I never doubted that anything about it could be a lie. Do you think he's telling me tall tales?
No.
Whew, I was afraid for a moment. How stupid of me.
I'll check back later.
Go ahead, I'll wait here anyway.
Voodoo Bam.
Ouch! I was a stick. Well, that the okay, very. That okay, Vio. Take my a bridge leads from here to the floating. Huh? There's someone sitting there. Wait.
Come on in. Doors open. Oh.
A fishbowl with a little fish in it. Oh, you're a cute little thing. But somehow, it looks a bit empty and lonely in there. So many cacti. They seem to feel very much at home here. There is a gaping hole in the wall. The plaster seems to have fallen off. It's a miracle that the masonry still seems to be holding together. A cactus with big pointed spines. It reminds me of the one I have at home. It was tiny at first, but at some point it grew so big that it bent over. Unfortunately, it was standing on my desk and fell towards me, so I shortened it, and now it's tiny again. It's better not to touch it. One cactus spine experience is enough for me. A small watering can. It's certainly for all the cacti here. A small tin of fish food. A candlestick with 2 candles. A candlestick. An empty glass. Looks clean. Can I borrow some of your nail stuff?
No, I still need those. Sorry.
A small sofa table with a whole lot of bits and pieces on it. Good thing I don't seem to be the only person with a penchant for cluttering up small tables. A nail file. I can't see anything special about it. Can I borrow some of your nail stuff?
No, I still...
A small toiletry bag. It looks well filled. An orange sofa. It looks a bit dated and seems to be standing on wooden planks. But usually, the most comfortable sofas are the ones that have been crumpled up. A life belt or something like that. Fish heads. Is it real? But how? Maybe I don't really want to know. Pictures with fishes. As far as I can see, they are different species of fish, but I am not a specialist in this subject. Pictures with fishes, but I am not. A starfish. I wonder if it's real. A fishing net. It looks like you can only catch very big fish with it. What do you do?
I'm painting my nail. Should I?
You paint that photo? And it hurt. And when
You made...
You are?
It's so...
Do you miss?
Me. Yes.
And
Then hard across this. Always. Why do you think
yes.
that would be terrible? That would change everything. I have to think about that first.
I'll check back later.
Go ahead. I'll wait here anyway.
A shelf. A little warped. Hopefully it will hold. Not that one day the cacti will fall on a visitor's head. Yikes. I can't steal food from a helpless little fish. Ooh, clouds above clouds. I don't dare look down. Small blue-green stones. They look very pretty, and the color seems to vary a little in the light. A signpost. There seem to be quite a few of them here. The arrow to the left leads to an antique shop. The arrow to the right leads to drawn from darkness. Oh, that really is a splendid bird. Hey, birdie! Thanks. The tree seems to be holding on well with its roots. The sunlight is too bright to look inside, but it seems to be well cleaned. It looks like someone just cut it off. It's probably a miracle that it's still standing here. The window is open, but it is too high to look in. Antique shop, that way. A paint bucket. The yellow paint splashes on it indicate that it already has been used.
Entering and touching the construction site is not permitted.
Not permitted.
Oh, sorry. Crap. The whole floor seems to be cracked. It looks very deep and dangerous. Hopefully, everything will hold together. Hello.
Oh, hello! Well, a new face.
New face.
That's what I said, Ben. Well, if that's not a nice surprise.
Thank you.
It's true. Everyone likes to see a beautiful new face.
Beautiful new face.
You must be traveling, huh? A tourist?
Tourist?
Let her finish first, Ben.
So, actually, I'm only here by accident.
Really? You must have taken 2 wrong turns, huh?
Wrong turn.
Yes, you could call it something like that.
Still, it's nice that you're here.
What are you doing here?
What are we doing here? Ha! What does it look like?
Well,
We are the ones who keep this crumbling city in good shape.
Good shape.
so you make sure that everything doesn't fall apart here?
Exactly!
Exactly.
Strictly speaking, we are on a construction site here right now.
Oh, sorry. So I'm not actually allowed to walk through here.
Yes, but that's fine. Please don't walk on the grass verge there. And please, leave our tools alone.
Right. What can you tell me about this place?
What can you say about it? It's all just crumbling away.
Just crumbling away.
That means the earth is gradually breaking away.
Exactly.
Exactly.
But that's terrible. Is there no way to prevent it?
Permanently and generally speaking, it's probably long too late for that.
Long too late for that.
But we are earning cash with it right now. Our order situation has never been so good, and we're booked up for months. New cracks are appearing everywhere, and individual parts of the islands are breaking away again and again.
It sounds like you're not very concerned about it at all.
We are not.
It all looks quite dangerous here.
It is.
Aren't you afraid that everything will crash at some point? Or everything will fall apart completely?
Fear? Not at all. You can't spend your life only in fear. We have to come to terms with it. We make a good living out of it. It's all right.
That's all right.
Okay. Who are you?
Who are we? That's no secret. I am Nolo. And this is Ben.
Nice to meet you. I am Theo.
All ours. I'm responsible for planning and supervision, and Ben is... he just does what has to be done.
Sounds like a clear division of labor.
Definitely. It is important that such things are clearly structured, and that someone has the plan in his hands.
I've got to get going.
All clear. See ya.
A tree. It grows right on the precipice. Its roots probably hold half the earth together. Scary. There's a shovel on the pile of earth. It doesn't seem to be in use at the moment. I have to admit, this is the most makeshift and rickety construction fence I have ever seen.
Thank you! Real handwork!
Handwork.
You're welcome.
Entering and touching the construct.
Not pen.
Oh, sorry, crap. A pile of earth, probably the excavation from the construction site. A wooden cover. I think it is supposed to help against the cracks in the floor. Is that enough? I don't know. Hello? Excuse me? I don't understand you.
He's a bit shy. You won't get a word out of him.
Oh. Busy? Is it exhausting what you're doing? What is the work like? All right. See you then. A few stones, quite ordinary grey stones. I'll take one with me. Who knows what else it can be used for? One stone is enough. I don't want to sink anyone with it, I think. This wooden bridge does not look very reliable and safe, but at least it has a railing. Well, on one side, in the form of a rope. Sort of. How cute! A little castle. Reminds me a bit of those things you put in the aquarium for fish. I'll take you with me. Looks like an information stand. Let's see what it says. Tourist information. Hey, that looks interesting. Activities all year round in the region. Workshop, counting blades of grass for beginners and advanced students. Listen to paint drying. Stone sifting for young and old. Bring a suitable sieve. Please note, according to DIN 4022, stones are only objects over 63 millimeters. See grain size classification. The search for a needle in a haystack for dummies. This wooden bridge does not look very reliable and safe, but at least, well, sort of. Hey, interest group tax declaration, only for registered members. We will gladly send you the 25-page registration form on request. Communication exclusively via fax. Daily fax distribution list for all members. Deductible membership fee. And don't miss the big snail race this weekend. Admission free. Ouch! I'm a very Okay. Okay, very carefully. Okay, Vio, take a deep breath. I think something bad or I'm... White fluffy clouds moving barely noticeably across the deep blue sky. Kind of. A bridge leads. As not. There's someone. Wait. How cute. This wooden. Well, on one side. A large window, but I can't look in. It's too bright out here. Antique shop, a very clear shop sign. Wow, that's what I call a hole in the plaster. But the masonry underneath looks quite well preserved. A very ugly wind chime hangs from a hook. I think it's supposed to represent a bird. The beak looks strange. The door is closed and cannot be opened, probably locked. Hey, there's a sign. It says temporarily closed. And in small letters underneath it, reopened for you as soon as possible. Thank you for your patience. Looks like I'll have to come back later. Nice curlicues. An old fountain. It's full of cracks and looks like it hasn't been used for a long time. I don't think you'll find any water here. An open window. Hey, I can hear someone singing. Nice decoration. I'm not quite sure what it's supposed to represent. Maybe the clouds? A big bush grows behind the old fountain. As far as I can see from here, it has no thorns, and I can't see anything else unusual about it either. A plant is growing into the well. It seems as if it has been without water for a long time. An old fountain. I don't think... A signpost. Obviously, someone was very deliberate. They're all over this place. There's a wooden board on the ground. I think it's supposed to serve as a kind of doormat, so that you don't sink into the muddy meadow on rainy days. One door. It's closed, with a sign on it. It doesn't look very inviting. There's a sign on the door with a big X drawn on it. I'm going to knock.
Who dares to knock on my door?
Sorry, I just wanted to...
Away with you! Do not disturb my rehearsal.
A large sign hangs over the entrance. Wind and weather seem to have left their mark on it. The wood is a bit battered, but I can still make out a skull on it, wearing sunglasses. Oh, and he's holding a brush between his teeth. It says, "Drawn by darkness" on it. Sounds mystical. Small blue-green stones. They look very pretty, and the colour seems to vary a little in the light. Another sign. It clearly points to the entrance of the house. The house is not only crooked, it's also got a lot of cracks in it. Seems like it's crumbling away. I can see the brickwork where the plaster has fallen off. Okay, now I wasn't expecting that.
Oh, another customer. I'm busy right now, but feel free to look around a bit. I need a moment here.
Oh, thanks. And no hurry.
Those are some of the most popular motifs of my clients. So, if they prefer conventional, mass-produced tattoos for the majority taste for the masses mass-compatible, you know?
Yes, I think so. An animal paw, I think.
Yes, people love it. Mostly they come in after their beloved pets, sofa wolves, have passed away and want a memento of them. But very few pick up a real paw, so I started offering a standardized paw as a motif. What can I say? People really like them and can't tell the difference from their pet's real paws.
Clever. A picture of a young woman with a tattoo on her arm. Pictures of tattoos on any people or body parts. Pictures of tattoos. The picture shows a tattooed hand. I imagine it to be very painful.
The client made it easy. He had an artificial hand after losing an arm on an outing a few years ago.
That sounds like a dangerous trip.
Yes. I also always told him that hunting trips are simply out of date and damn dangerous. But he wouldn't stop collecting taxes.
Collecting taxes?
Somebody has to do this work.
A big, solid wooden chest. There are some things on it. A window through which some sunlight comes in. I can see the clouds from here. A bottle of 100% detergent.
Great stuff.
A bowl of,
These are cleaning tablets for my sweetie. They're guaranteed to eat away any plaque.
a stack of books. A skull. It looks so real. A big picture of an elderly lady. An old chest of drawers. It still looks in good shape. The motif shows a skull.
It is by far one of the most frequently used motifs. Timeless.
Here the motif is a flaming heart.
The flames are optional. Very popular from young to old. One of my customers' favorite motifs.
Oh, that looks like a portrait of a woman.
Especially popular with seafarers, but also with newly separated customers.
Oh, something different.
Yes, it is one of the most successful motifs. It's a very exotic sign. The meaning is supposed to be something like balance, but it can also stand for friendship or the change of things. And last but not least, for good and evil.
Really? That's the first I've heard of that.
Yes, without a doubt. Not many people know the true meaning either. I myself was also very puzzled.
An animal paw, I think.
Yes, people love it. Mostly they come in after their beloved pets, sofa wolves have passed away and want a memento of them. But very few pick up a real paw, so I started offering a standardized paw as a motif. What can I say? People really like them and can't tell the difference from their pets' real paws.
Clever. cloud. You'd think whoever's here would have had enough of it around them.
Yes, but they are still very popular. Maybe that's because there are so many of them here.
An award, first place in the International Tattoo Top Stitch competition in the category Expressionistic Art. Wow, that really sounds,
Really rockin', isn't it?
definitely really rockin'. Certificate of Honor. In recognition of many years of uninterrupted leadership of a life-enriching enterprise, on behalf of the town community, thank you for this commitment and enthusiasm. First place in National Freestyle Tattoo Competition.
The deed has been tattooed on artificial skin.
What is such an artificial skin made of?
It's made from many different things that are processed together in a very complex way. But above all, with a lot of mineral oil for that special grip.
I'd better speak to him later. He looks like he's very concentrated right now. A large upholstered chair. Anyone who wants to get a tattoo may sit here, like the old lady. I've seen a lot of things, but this is one of the most bizarre things I've seen today. She looks like she doesn't mind the whole thing at all. Impressive. A passageway, half hidden by a curtain.
That's where my private realm begins. Access not meant for the public.
Oh, alright. Too bad. Looks like the work is done. The door is open. It looks quite heavy. Probably no one will break in. Hello?
There you are again. Well, did you get up the courage to come back here and go home with a fresh new tattoo?
Not really.
No? Ah, too bad. But it doesn't matter. Many people are a bit hesitant at first. I can understand it. Nowadays, you think about everything 12 times. And who knows what's in the ink, and whether it's all done right here, without conjuring up magic octopuses and that stuff.
Magic octopus summoning?
It's all been done before, but not with me. This place is absolutely safe. But tell me, what can I help you with? What's on your mind, sweetheart?
What's your name?
I'm Ned. Ned Harvey.
I could swear I've heard your name before.
I guess so. I'm quite well known after winning a few tattoo competitions. Mainly because of my freestyle tattooing.
Wow.
But don't come in here with an autograph request. I don't do autographs. I don't think it's ethical. What about you? Do you have a name?
Me? I'm Vio.
Vio, yeah? Nice to meet you.
Thank you. Likewise. What can you tell me about the city?
The place is quite all right. Apart from the fact that the flying, crumbling islands have isolated us all a bit, but maybe that is also an advantage for us and others.
Is there any way to get away from here?
You don't seem to like it here very much, do you?
Well...
Don't worry, sweetheart, it's fine. I can be trusted. People like to pour their hearts out to me. It must be that chair somehow. Once they sit on it, there's no stopping them. But I'm used to grief.
So, is there a way to get away from here?
Huh? Oh, yes. Every now and then this bus flies by.
A flying bus?
Of course. The balloon has seen better days, I think. But at least it's reliable.
Where can I find this bus?
You'll have to wait a while, I guess. He only goes every leap year, and the last time was just the other day.
What? But, and when is another one coming?
If I remember correctly, it'll be 5 months. Maybe even 9. It always depends on whether it's in season. I rarely use it, so I don't know.
But I can't...
Then you'll have to find another way. You must have come here with something, right? Or did your parents hide you away all these years? I wouldn't put it past some people.
What? No, I'm not from here.
I thought so.
Tell me something about your shop.
Sure. What do you want to know?
can you tell me about the ink you use?
Ah, good question. I mix my own inks. The process is quite demanding, but this way I always know exactly what is included.
That is very exemplary.
Thank you. All in all, the colors are very durable. You could theoretically paint anything with them, no problem at all, but they dissolve well in 100% detergent, so it's not bad if you spill some.
That sounds really good. I would like to know more about the motifs you stitch.
Most people know me for my freestyle tattoos. They are really popular, and I can freely develop my art in them. Each tattoo is unique and never predictable. It consists of wild, intertwining lines and makes a creative mess where everyone sees something different.
That sounds very extraordinary.
Yeah, I'm very proud of it too. For the rest of you who aren't into art and prefer mass appeal, there's a selection of conventional patterns. You know, flaming hearts, skulls, exotic signs, all that kind of frippery.
Let's talk about something else.
Yes?
How did you get the idea to open a tattoo shop?
I always wanted to do something with art.
Really?
My heart beats for art. While the others were greedily eyeing the motorbikes in the latest trade magazines, I was secretly looking at postcards of the most famous classical paintings.
Seriously? This comes as a surprise.
I know I don't look like it. It wasn't easy to be so different, to somehow gain a foothold with these interests. At one point, I drove past a tattoo shop with my motorbike club. At first, I was horrified by the simplicity of the motifs and the amateurish execution of the work, but then I realized the full potential of it.
So you opened your own shop?
Exactly. But before that, I moved out. I wanted to start over far away from home, without the old burdens and the motorbike club breathing down my neck.
That old lady earlier.
You mean Gloria, the Belle Dame Black?
The Belle Dame?
Oh, she's a crotchety old lady and has earned the title with dignity. It's more of a pet name, and she likes it, I think. She got her 5th tattoo, all freestyle. The first time she only wanted to hide her age spots a bit. But now, she can't get enough of them.
Her 5th tattoo? Wow, she doesn't look like... well, you can't tell by looking at her.
Yes, it's quite unexpected, isn't it? She's really tough. She doesn't make a face, not even a twitch.
How does she do it?
She's a different generation. They're still quite tough. Not so effeminate. Besides, Gloria is special. Some would say she brewed some potion for it, but I think it's just willpower.
The Belle Dame in you. That was impressive.
Thank you. I'm glad you like it.
The way you casually pulled down your sunglasses, then threw on the needle.
Yes.
That looks impressive. How the needle rattles like that and then over the skin. And she sits there calmly and has this ink put under her skin.
Let's change the subject, please.
Why don't you want to talk about the tattoo you made earlier?
That is, difficult to explain.
You can tell me.
I've only known you for what feels like 5 minutes.
Granted.
But, on the other hand, I know an honest skin when it stands before me.
You can tell me. I give you my word.
All right. I have a secret.
I knew it.
I suffer from needle phobia.
Needle phobia?
Shush! Not so loud!
Sorry, I meant needle phobia.
Exactly.
How can you run a tattoo shop as a needle phobic? You do all the tattoos yourself?
It's the sunglasses.
The sunglasses?
It's opaque. I put it on and I can't see the needle anymore. It's easy. The noise is bearable.
So you tattoo completely blind?
Freestyle is what I call it. People love it. They find it incredibly artistic. and my artist's soul has benefited from the praise and recognition.
And how do you stitch the other motifs?
I have templates for that. They are very practical, and the trick is very simple. The stencil is placed over the appropriate skin, and then I just stitch over it.
That's clever.
Actually, I only wanted to offer freestyle. But there's always someone who wants something else. Why they come to me, even though they can get these mass motifs everywhere, I don't know. But as a shop owner, you also have to see where you stay.
Why don't you do something else? Portrait painting studio or drawing comics?
I grew up in a bad neighborhood and bathed in motor oil as an infant. My path was clear, and there was no room for art.
Sounds difficult.
I already resigned myself to only secretly admiring art and burying the artist in me. But then, I had this fateful moment when I drove past a tattoo shop.
The only way to live out your artistic vein.
Exactly. So I started doing that. What can I say? The others were thrilled. First, I just did freestyle tattoos. People were crazy about it. It was different, creative, extraordinary. So I went out and opened my shop. And here I am now.
I will keep your secret.
Thank you, Vio. I feel better having finally trusted someone with all this. If I can ever help you with anything, let me know.
I must go.
All right.
Out! I was... Okay, very carefully. It seems to go down very... Okay, I think white... A bridge leads... There's someone sitting there. Wait. Another sign. It clearly points to... Oh, that really is a splendid bird. Hey, birdie. Thanks. A sign? The arrow to the left leads... How cute. The door is closed. Hey, looks... A few... I'll take one. Stone. A little castle. I better think it over. The That bridge has no parapet. Just right for a... Whew. Made it. From below. It didn't look like so many steps. Hey, I've seen this motif in other places. It reminds me a little of the clouds here. Coincidence or intention? The meadow here has been trampled away over time, and instead a mixture of mud and soil has been left behind. The building has really big windows. Quite nice, actually. You don't have to climb up an extensive program of steps first, which any fitness unit could only dream of. The Old Spoon sounds like a restaurant, and smells like one too. At least, as far as I can tell from here. A small lamp hangs over the entrance there. There is no light burning. The building, like all the ones here, is warped and out of kilter. The city, or its fragments, seem to be long past their best days. A barrel of rubbish. A big barrel of smelly, stale rubbish. Not exactly what you want to rummage through, but good, at least, in this mad, maybe dream world. There's rubbish in the bin. Exemplary. Oh, a broken bottle. It looks more or less clean. I'll take it. There must be a better solution. A broken bottle. It looks more or less clean. A few stones lie in the entrance. Perhaps they are to serve as a kind of doormat. Or decoration, after all? Not the strangest thing about this place. A plant has taken the opportunity to climb the facade. Hey, that actually sounds really good. Almost like something out of a story. Or one of those old point-and-click adventure games. A plant has taken... Hey! A jukebox! I can't believe they still use them anywhere. I always wanted to have one of those at home. A jukebox! A picture with clouds on it. How fitting, and a good preparation for what awaits you when you step outside. Pictures. They show people, clouds, cooked dishes. Pretty. Pictures. A very old photo of a couple. The man looks a bit like the cook. Maybe an ancestor? Oh, a menu. Let's see. Turkey soup, turkey finger nibbles, turkey au gratin with feather mash. Yeah, looks exotic and very turkey heavy. Oh, a bow. I wonder if anyone would mind if I borrowed it for a moment. Obviously not. A bow. A stack of clean plates. They don't look like they should be touched. They say broken pieces bring good luck, but I don't want to take that chance. A turkey. It looks freshly cooked. A chair. Nothing special about it. Nevertheless, it reminds me of something, but I can't think of what. That looks like...
You don't know the shashlik sauce? The original?
No, not so far.
Then you should urgently change that. Take the bottle with you. I don't need it anymore. You can keep it. If you keep it cool and dry, it will last forever.
Thank you. A used plate and fork, probably from the elderly lady in front.
Who are you talking to, Pumpkin? Are you talking to me?
Me? Oh, nothing. Sorry, I was just thinking out loud.
Well then.
Candlesticks for that special flair. Shashlik sauce, the original.
Thank you. The turkey in a feather coat was to die for. I was full all round.
Oh, sorry, I don't work here.
Oh, never mind, child. Everyone makes their mistakes.
What is the food like here?
Great, really great. You can't beat the quality of the dishes.
What's the best thing on the menu?
Oh, that's a really hard decision. The turkey soup is really a feast, but not everyone likes the eyes that swim in it.
Ugh.
Oh, maybe you should try the turkey pudding. It's homemade. There are a few lumps in the gravy, but I've been assured that's the way it has to be. And I don't know any other way.
Maybe I'll try that later. Do you come here often?
Oh, child. I'm a bit old for you, don't you think?
What?
It's all right, I'm flattered. But I'm not interested. Don't take it amiss, okay?
I just wanted to ask. Never mind. Let's forget about it. You look happy as a clam.
Oh, yes?
Yes, there can't be a better advertisement for a restaurant.
I just have a bit in my teeth. Unfortunately, it's a bit uncomfortable.
Oh, I'm afraid I don't have a toothpick with me.
Toothpick? Oh, darling, a toothpick won't help. But something I could rinse my teeth in for a moment. That would be really a delight.
Maybe I'll find something useful that could help.
That would really be wonderful.
See you later.
Of course.
Candlesticks for that special flair. An old cash register. Wow, I don't think I've ever seen one of those in front of me. And I don't even know if I'm really seeing it in front of me right now. I think I don't have enough appetite to look at the menu any longer. A bowl of fruit. It looks real. Or someone was particularly fond of detail and went to extra trouble to make the mold there and the few grapes look particularly realistic. Ew. A thing with a glass lid and, other stuff. I don't know what it's called. I always forget the name, but Grandma had a few of those in all sizes and varieties. Excuse me?
Ah, a guest, a new face! Welcome to the Old Spoon. It's not an easy journey to get here, but it's worth it.
Thank you.
What is our new guest in the mood for today?
What is the dish of the day?
We don't have anything like that, but we have a menu.
Ah, well, then, what does it say?
Oh, so there's shredded turkey with turkey mash and crispy turkey claws, for example.
Yummy.
Or flambe turkey in a blanket. An old family recipe.
Is there also a dessert?
Of course!
Oh, great.
Turkey tartlet with beak sorbet. Very popular.
I think I'll think about it some more. Is there perhaps something here without turkey?
You mean a truth-free dish?
Exactly. I, don't digest turkey that well.
My goodness, I'm sorry to hear that. No, unfortunately, we don't have anything else here.
Nothing at all?
Nothing at all.
How come you only offer turkey?
Well, I would say that you could call that an adaptation of external circumstances.
And that means?
It's very difficult here with food. Imports are very expensive because of the current circumstances. Luckily, my great-grandfather was a turkey farmer, and that's how it all came about.
That means you have your own turkey farm, and that allows you to keep your restaurant alive.
Exactly. And you won't get anything as freshly caught as our turkey anywhere else. It's a pity you can't eat turkey. You're missing out on something very special.
Yes, too bad. Could I have a glass of water?
I'm sorry, but drinks are no longer on the menu.
There are no drinks, not even a glass of water.
No, I'm sorry. It just wasn't profitable in the long run.
People come up this ever long way, eat, and don't feel thirsty.
Yes, they are thirsty.
But
They only prefer long fermented drinks, and it cost me half the setup every time until closing time. It ended the same way every time.
with a brawl?
With chair and table throwing! An old discipline that is still in the blood of the inhabitants here. Even if the practice of this, well, sports, has been punished since the great reform of ex-mayor Dullet's-Good.
Sounds like it's banned for a reason.
Oh, yes.
The way up here is especially.
Yes, but you get used to it over time.
Wouldn't it be safer to build a railing or something like that on the stairs?
Not so long ago, there was one there. But then there was another one of those landslides, and the railing fell down. Since then, it's been the way it is.
And nobody wants to have one again?
For God's sake, no! Afterwards, something will happen, and someone will fall down with the railing!
And the elderly lady at the table can't get a glass of water either?
No exception! As I said, there are no more drinks on the menu. I also no longer have a water connection on site, since there was the last big...
There is no water. But how do you clean the dishes then? How do you prepare the dishes?
That is a trade secret. I can't talk about that. But the rain barrel behind the building has explicitly nothing to do with it.
Thank you. I don't need anything at the moment.
If you do, just let me know.